Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 4 of the No Hype Zone. I am Seth. This is Lance. We're here today where are we today?
We are at the great, world-famous Fern Barbershop. My man Santana, my man G, chopping it up in here, making everybody in Gilbert look nice and so fresh and so clean. This is the place where I come to get that nice spiffy lining on, get that fade with that number 1 guard on, and just get that trash talking that I need that's going to fuel me for the week.
So that buzzing sound you hear in the background is just, they're cutting hair right next to us, so all good. We weren't here last week. I was sick. I am back. I'm ready to go. I missed everybody last week.
You're supposed to do the Spartan race. Yeah, get sick. I sent the flu game videos of Jordan and everybody and everything, thinking I was going to get him motivated to go, but doctor's note and, girlfriend note saying that he couldn't get out there and play, so.
Sorry, guys. But hey, we're back this week. So, Lance, let's go ahead and introduce Fred here.
And we got the mighty Coach Fred in the house, Fred Robson. For anybody who knows Fred, everybody knows he's a great father, he's a great husband, and he's a great coach. He coaches Gilbert High School. He's very influential in the community. Also, Fred is known for lifting human bodies or lifting 400-500 pounds, 600 pounds. Fred is one of the strongest people I know, mentally, physically, and spiritually. Preacher's kid. You can always get a good word from Fred, and that's probably the reason why he's so influential over the kids that he works with at Gilbert. But also, Fred has this awesome program where it's trying to get people to stop drinking and lift more. Drop the bottle and raise the bar. It's awesome. I'll let Fred tell you a little bit more about that program.
Okay, so drop the bottle, raise the bar is basically getting rid of the unhealthy things in your life and replacing them with things that are going to benefit yourself mentally, physically, and spiritually, like Lance said. It all started about 6 years ago. I stopped drinking, and I replaced that with lifting weights, and I haven't stopped since. So my main thing here is like every year on my birthday, I take my birthday times 10. So last year, I was 48. I'm still 48. But I benched 480 pounds, so this year, God willing, I'm going to bench 490 pounds, so that's what I gear for when I'm in the gym.
Wow. That's a lot of weight.
And if you're talking about pressure, try to spot this man. Try to spot this man. You can, 500 pounds on the bar, and, you just know with a weightlifter, it's mental. So, if you hold the bar the wrong way when you're spotting him, it can throw off his lift, and just all that weight, period. And it's amazing to watch him work. It's a beautiful thing.
Do you have a website?
Yes, you can follow me on Facebook, Drop the Bottle, Raise the Bar. That's my page on Facebook. You can follow me on Instagram, BigFred91. You can see all my weightlifting videos. If you scroll back far enough, you can see Lance back there trying to spot me.
Looking, faking like I'm trying to spot him.
But, what I try to do every week is every Monday post a motivational quote of mine that I come up with on my own. And hopefully, I just want to inspire somebody to do something positive for themselves. So that's all I'm aiming to do, and that's why I coach. And that's my mission. That's my mission right there.
Yes, sir.
What do you coach?
I coach a defensive lineman at Gilbert High School. Varsity coach. Just coming up here, it'll be my 5th year at the school. I am very happy to be there. The kids are great. I have a lot of fun, and I'm looking to have a great season this year.
Right on. Well, part of the reason why we brought Fred on the show is that we want to talk. We've been getting requests to talk more high school football. So last time we were on the show, we talked about the new playoff system that's going to happen for this coming season. So if you want to give our audience members just some information about that, or just high school football in general, and what you think, or how you feel about the new system.
Well, I think the new system is really trying to give a chance to some of the mid-level teams, so to speak, a chance to win a championship. I know you guys spoke on last week about some of the teams who, some of the schools trying to keep their enrollment lower so they can not have to play the Chandlers, not have to play the Centennials, and it's putting those championship teams in the bracket together so that they have to play each other. It's new. I don't know how it's going to work out. It's going to happen this year. But then I think it also gives the teams like Gilbert, Campos, Williamsfield a chance to win a conference championship. I don't know how I feel about that title, but it should be exciting. It should be exciting and bring a new feel to the playoff system.
What class is Gilbert in right now?
Right now we're in 5A.
Okay. So
Yes.
5A Gilbert has a chance to possibly play like a 6A team like Chandler or Perry, correct?
Well,
In that playoff system, right?
right, in the playoff system, they're taking the teams, I guess they're taking their, from what I understand, the top level teams that have been at the top in the playoff system over the years, last few years. So Gilbert wouldn't be in that bracket. So
Okay.
Gilbert would be in the conference championships
Okay.
playoff system bracket, yeah.
Okay. How's Gilbert going to do this year, do you think?
I think we're going to surprise some people. I think last year we surprised people. We kind of fell off at the end.
Okay.
Anytime you have a team playing 5A, 6A was just a couple years ago with only 30 varsity players and 25 kids contributing on the field, you're going to taper off a bit. We
Right.
started off hot last year. We kind of tapered off at the end. But we're in a tough conference. Everybody in our conference, or in our region, so to speak, made the playoffs. So that just tells you a little bit about the region we played in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who are the players to look out for on your team this year?
Quarterback Will Plummer, great guy, great quarterback. His brother Jack is at Purdue right now.
You say he signed with Arizona, right?
Yeah, Will is committed to Arizona.
Awesome.
Okay.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's good. Good for
Yeah.
Arizona to get some local talent. That's awesome.
We have Jordan Mendez, defensive lineman, offensive lineman, great athlete. I mean, if you watch this guy work, man, he's going to do some great things this year. He played both sides of the ball. We have a couple other linemen, Kobe, kid White Boots. We got
White boots.
you know, I'm kind of like the coach on the team to get out the nicknames.
Right.
So if you see some of these nicknames, that came from me.
Okay.
So yeah, we got a lot of great athletes returning from last year, and it should be really exciting.
Awesome. And you know, I was telling Fred about the boy at Castile. What's the guy's name? The quarterback.
Gunner Cruz.
Gunner Cruz, and you got so much talent that's out here. Last week I was attending the Chandler signing day, and they had the whole stage filled up with Division I athletes. And I was complaining to Seth that no one from Arizona State or Arizona was represented with all these D1 athletes that's coming out of Chandler.
Right.
And like Maddie signed with Kansas State. Noah is signing with Nebraska. Now Noah is over there at Williamsfield. I don't know where Zach. I think Zach had made a commitment to ASU, but I think he's going to go do his 2-year mission. So I don't think he's going to be with ASU right away. But it's just so much talent here in the state of Arizona that, and especially here in the East Valley, that it's amazing that Arizona State. See that fresh haircut coming from George? That's a fresh haircut coming out of the Fern Barbershop. But you know, it's just amazing how we got this much talent here. But our schools, the local schools, are not benefiting from ASU. You know, so that's just
Why
all
is
we
that? What's going on with that?
Well,
But I don't know.
come on in, man.
I'll start
In the
with
shop, man. Real time in the shop, man.
You know, just my short time in Arizona, I've seen a lot of the Arizona talent leave the state. I mean, there's a few kids. A Gilbert kid is Arizona State right now. Steve Miller. We got Brandon Ruiz from Williamsfield. Has been there a couple years, but really don't see a lot of talent from Arizona. I don't know what the reason being, but I think that, you know, they're going to start recruiting hard because the people on the West Coast, the East Coast, and the Midwest are going to start recruiting Arizona kids hard. The talent is here. They finally realized that, and they're going to come attacking and trying to grab these kids and sign them. So, you know, hopefully with Herm Edwards and Kevin Sumlin,
Right.
you know, they get on the ball and start keeping these kids in the state.
Yeah, I think so. Especially, you know, we got the weather here that you can train year round, and athletes. I used to be a thing about people talking about Florida athletes. How Florida athletes was next level,
Right.
And all of a sudden now you see the kids that's coming out of Arizona. Like, not to switch subject from football to basketball, but you got Marcus Howard clowning over there at Marquette, and you know I brag about how Twan checked him at the McClintock tournament. Not to start anything with you, Marcus Howard, but you know Marcus Howard is a talent that's about to get the Naismith Award. Who played over there at Perry, you know, just around the corner from here. So we got some great talent and that comes out of Arizona, and you know I would love to see Arizona State and Arizona just benefit from that talent that's here.
Yes, for sure. Right on. Anything else you want to add on that?
No.
Fred, feel good?
I feel great.
Okay.
But let's talk some basketball, man. Talk
Okay,
All-Star.
let's go basketball.
Let's go,
Yeah.
Let's go.
Well, now that the Super Bowl is over,
Yeah.
NFL is kind of over. Well, before we get to the NBA, I just want to touch a little bit on football since we're still talking a little bit of football. So the AAF, you guys watched a little
I
bit
love
of the
it.
AAF?
Yes.
I love it.
Yes.
I like
Okay.
it.
I like it because it's like a feeder league for the NFL. Like it's not like the USFL. Remember that in the '80s where they were trying to steal players from the NFL, and
Right.
the NFL didn't like that. Now the AAF is like, hey, there's like a developmental league. We can pull players from in their contract. First of all, everyone makes $75,000 a year. In their contract, it says that if the NFL comes calling, boom, you can go right away. There is no, they're not going to fight over you as, hey, you know, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers called me, boom, you're out, which is fantastic. Because the NFL is the only league that does not have like a minor league, so to speak, or like a feeder league.
Right.
So NBA, you got the G League. Baseball, you got the minor leagues. Hockey, you've got the AHL, the OHL, the WHL, and all that stuff. Where now the NFL's got the AAF, and now the XFL, I think, comes out.
After that.
Yes, yeah, something like that. And that's another feeder league, which is good.
So when you left college, did you have any type of offers? Because he played at Eastern Illinois. You played.
Okay.
Was you there with Tony Romo?
No, I was well before Tony Romo.
Okay.
Way before that.
So do you think that if you had some of these leagues back then and there, you would have kind of
Yeah, most definitely. I think it would have helped. You know, back then, when I stopped playing college ball, the only thing was around for us was semi-pro football. So I played 12 years of semi-pro football. You know, but I started back and I was kind of older. I was 27 already. So my time window to try out for the NFL was kind of really slim at that point anyway. But we have a lot of guys that we play with in that league that would come from NFL camps and play with us, and they'll get called to come back. So that was the avenue they took back then. I would have loved to have a league like this right now. Even the Arena League was just starting back then.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yes.
The Arena League is really big too, but I don't think that they send people from.
Yeah,
I think
it's
Kurt
not.
Warner is the only one I've ever heard of just actually playing Arena League
Yeah.
football and then going to the NFL.
Yeah.
But Arena League is very exciting, especially our Rattlers out here.
Yeah.
They're a good team. But
Yeah, I was say Kurt Warner's also from when they had NFL Europe,
Yes.
and so was Harrison from Pittsburgh.
Marvin,
Not Marvin Harrison.
James?
James
Yeah,
Harrison,
James
James Harrison.
Yes.
You know, Hall of Famers.
Yes.
There's two Hall of Famers right there from NFL Europe. So we'll see what guys from the AAF that we've never heard of that can, you know, turn their career around and become Hall of Famers.
Hopefully my cousin can get his second shot at NFL. Shantavius Jones.
All right,
Playing
Okay.
Atlanta, the Atlanta Legends.
Yes, sir.
We big up to my cuz.
Okay.
But yeah,
There you go. Okay.
He's been with New Orleans. He's been with Kansas City. He's been with Indianapolis. So right now he's getting his shot with the Atlanta team. So he's gonna make the best of it.
Awesome.
I think it's great. You know, the brand of football that you see is kind of like old school. I don't know if you saw the game, the
Saturday.
first game
Yeah, I did.
Saturday.
It was good.
The linebacker came off the edge and popped on the board.
Yeah.
The quarterback.
Yeah. Arizona
Color came
State
off,
product.
yeah.
What's his name? Verzucci. What's his name?
Yeah, the quarterback, the old quarterback.
Yeah,
Berkovich.
Berkovich,
Yeah.
Yeah. Right on.
So yeah, I love it.
Yeah. I think, like you said, it gives you that old school feel. The guys are developing the right way, so that way they don't get into the league and be a deer in headlight.
Yeah.
Gives the guys a second chance who wasn't recruited out of college.
Yeah.
I just like everything about that Alliance League. I think, and you got guys like Mike Singletary, you know, kind of working with the guys. You got the old school guys that's working with the new school guys.
They got
So-
Steve Spurrier in there.
Yes, yeah. So
Yeah.
you got guys who can teach the game,
Yeah.
and these guys will come in here, you know, ready to go.
Yeah. And it's also like a beta tester league as well for some new rules and whatnot.
Right.
There's no kickoffs. Everyone starts at the 25-yard line.
Right.
So the NFL is trying some things in that league to then maybe, if it works, to translate that over into the NFL.
Yep.
So we shall see.
Yes, sir.
Other things about football, Antonio Brown. You guys hear about Antonio Brown?
Yes.
So he's down in Florida. He apparently wants a talk with who is the head guy there in Pittsburgh? Rooney. Rooney's going to go down there and have a talk with him But Antonio
For what?
Brown, why do you want to leave? I don't understand. Like, what is your
For
problem?
what? The Rooney's are very loyal to their players.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Everybody know about the Steelers tradition. As much as I like Mike Tomlin, I think that trying to give preferable treatment to certain athletes has caused this chaos that's going on. You can't just because you're a position player, you Le'Veon Bell or you Antonio Brown. That doesn't mean that you get preferential treatment.
Right.
And because what does that say to someone like Pouncey, who's on the line, who's an all pro lineman?
Yep.
And as soon as these guys, these spoiled athletes, or these, and I'm not saying all athletes, but I'm saying these two guys.
Yeah.
When they don't get their way, then it just totally makes the whole team explode, and that's not good.
Yeah. I don't know why he's got such a big problem. Why don't you not like Pittsburgh? Antonio Brown. You've been there for 9 years. You have possibly one of the best deep ball throwers with Roethlisberger to throw you the ball.
Right.
You've been the best receiver in the league for the longest time. You guys are perennially, you're in the playoffs every single year. Why do you want to leave? Why do you not like Pittsburgh? What do you want, man? That's what I don't understand. Is there something that we don't know?
Yeah, he wants to be the man.
But he already is the man.
He wants to be because last year the team voted Juju Smith-Schuster the team MVP.
Yes, sir.
He was pissed.
Yeah.
Think about it though.
So
Think
you're
about
mad
this.
about that?
Yeah. So let's go back though. Who was the receiver? Who was the man before Antonio Brown was the man? Mike Wallace.
Yeah.
Okay.
They got
God.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So they've given this guy, he had his 9 years in the shine. You know what? It didn't work out this year where he was the man, so to speak, on paper. Juju, he was a good support receiver, and he made the best of his options. So Antonio wants to be the man. So, hey, this is the guy. This is who he is. He's when they call him a diva. This is the guy. He has to be the man. He has to be the shine all the time.
But what do you want? Team MVPs or do you want a championship? What's more important?
In this case, I think he just, like Fred said, he wants to get the shine. If the team wins the championship, cool, but if he'll win the championship as long as he's the man on that championship team. If that team wins the championship and Juju Smith-Schuster is the one that they're hyping up, he's going to step away. He's going to find some type of problem. Roethlisberger done throw him the ball a lot, or some type of conspiracy. So it's just one of them things. It's just one of them things where, like Fred said, if he needs to be the man, and that's more important to him, and he will go to someone like the 49ers that's rebuilding, opposed to being on a team like the Steelers that's like right there. One or two players away from making it to that next level.
Fine, then good luck being on a team that's not going to get to a title then.
Right.
Good for you. If that's what you want, fine.
Yeah.
Whatever.
But we said we're gonna stop criticizing these guys.
I know.
So
I know.
Antonio Brown is a once in a generational type of talent.
Yes.
He's awesome. Le'Veon Bell is awesome. I love to see them play. I want to see y'all back on the field
Where's he
somewhere.
going to go next year? What do you guys think?
Who,
Le'Veon Bell.
Raiders. I don't know.
Yeah, that might be.
They got the money.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Who y'all think Le'Veon's gonna go with?
Redskins.
Redskins?
Yeah, because he's a Redskin fan.
Okay.
That's all he gonna say. Santana.
Redskins. That's way off the.
He's not in the no hype zone on that one.
Yeah. George, who you gonna say? Seattle. Seattle, because he's a Seattle fan.
Okay.
So
There you go.
All right.
There you go.
Yeah.
I like to stay in Pittsburgh personally, but
Yeah, because he's still a fan.
I'm still a fan. I hate to see Antonio leave too, but business is business.
Okay. Another thing for football, Kyler Murray has now declared he's 100% committed to the NFL. He's going to go into the draft this year. This affects us locally. A while before, the new head coach for the Cardinals, what's his name? Cliff Kingsbury. Cliff Kingsbury, back in October when he was a Texas Tech head coach, was like, hey, I will take Kyler Murray, my number one pick.
Right.
Now let's come back to haunt him.
Right.
And everyone's like, hey, you said you're going to take him number one. No, the Cardinals have a quarterback. Now this story has been catching some legs. We either need Nick Bosa or...
Why? Because he's from Ohio State?
No, because
Yeah,
he's the
Quinn
best
Williams.
talented, or Quinn Williams, the guy from
Alabama.
Alabama. One of those guys.
Okay, because he's an Ohio State fan, so
I'm
we're in the hype zone, so you cannot be in your hype.
Who's the consensus number one pick this
I
year?
don't know, but I'm calling
It's
you
Nick
out on
Bosa.
your hype.
It's-
That's
You can call me out all you want, but is it my fault that Ohio State produces the best talent?
See, he's hype zone. He's in
Right,
the hype
right,
zone.
right.
Everything, here we go with Ohio State. He's in the hype zone. He's in his hype. Okay,
Yeah.
go ahead.
So, this story should not have any legs. Kyler Murray, you're 5'8", you're 5'9".
That's being generous.
Yeah, right.
That's being generous.
And everyone in the NFL, what wins championships? What kind of quarterback wins championships? You guys tell me.
You know what? They say pocket quarterbacks win championships because you look at Brady, and Brady is the prototype of what a quarterback should be.
Yep.
But, you know, to me, it's you want a pocket quarterback that can be mobile. I think that's what Aaron Rodgers was, the one that everybody was like, okay, he's the bad man that Stephen A. Smith would say on First Take. Because of the fact that he was mobile and he can throw the ball. But at the end of the day, you just want somebody that's smart enough to be able to understand their reads, not turn the ball over, and you don't want a game manager, but somebody who can improvise on the dime to get you those 2-3 extra yards in case you can't make that play with the top. That dual threat. Lamar Jackson is he's a good quarterback, but they're going to turn him into a running quarterback.
And I don't think that's going to work for the league. His completion percentage is kind of low. He does run a little bit too much. They're a power running football team, but now with the new rules in the NFL, the thing to do is throw the ball. Look at all these guys with 4,000, 5,000 yards passing. Lamar Jackson's not going to get that. I love the kid to death. Heck of an athlete. They just need to develop him into more of a thrower if the Ravens really want to get it to that next level. So. Hi. Hello there. Hi. I know you're fine.
So real stuff is going on in the shop. So.
That's what happens in a live taping, everybody.
Yeah,
you never know. It's off the cuff. You never know.
Right.
And the last one I'll talk in the NFL is Kaepernick. The AAF asked if he wanted to join the AAF, and he said, "I will, but for no less than $20 million." When everyone makes $35,000, everybody, whether you're a skill player, whether you're an offensive lineman, whether you're a guy on the bench, to me, that shows you're completely out of touch. If you really want to play football, then you say, hey, all right, I'll come and play so people can see me, but come on, man. I don't think his heart is in football anymore,
I feel like Kaepernick, these guys that are playing in this AAF, those guys are been practice squad players or guys that got cut. Kaepernick is a starter.
Okay.
He's an NFL starter. So for him to add $20 million, you're going to be the face of the league. So why wouldn't you pay the face of the league that amount of money? Who's the face of the league? Of the AAF? You don't have a face. If he played, he would be the face of the league. So for him asking that, I don't hate him for that.
Okay.
Because he's an NFL starter. He's a starting quarterback. He's way above some of the other quarterbacks, all the other quarterbacks that are in this league. So I don't know. I don't hate him for that.
Right.
You got to pay me a little bit more than $35.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I mean, just put it into the content that Fred just put it in.
Yeah.
With him not being a guy he's a Super Bowl. Did they win the Super Bowl?
They went to the Super Bowl. Yes.
So he went to the Super Bowl. He has all this experience. He's not coming in there like these guys hoping for a chance. They're literally trying to tell him, hey, you can come here and then we can use you as the face of the league. Gives him a chance to play. And I think also, when I text you, when we talked about that, it's twofold for me because one of the things is, I know that the thing with Kaepernick is saying right now, I want to make sure that, I'm sacrificing my dream.
Right.
I think that it would be a good opportunity for him to show that I can still play, and then he can show the hypocrisy that's going on in the league right now with them trying to use any and every excuse on why they're not giving him a chance to play. And we all know the reason why he's not getting a chance to play is due to the political arena that's going on with the kneeling and everything. And again, I can't say that the owners are actually doing it, but anybody knows that it's a reason why he's not playing in the league when you got other guys who can barely, throw a paper plane, in the league playing. So with all that being said and done, $20 million might have been excessive. On the other hand, just taking the situation, giving him a chance to play again and then show himself for the league.
Yes. Yep.
Who would have said that? He probably would have played maybe 1 or 2 games before somebody decided to call him up. Matter of fact, I think I was reading an article where Kraft was thinking about talking about if Brady left, that Kaepernick would be, as crazy as this sounds, Kaepernick would be the one that can run the Patriots. Now, this could have been a bunch of hearsay, and I can't quote exactly where I got that from, but for Kraft, Kraft is doing a lot of things, reaching out to the community and making sure that people are aware of a lot of stuff that's going on. Meek Mill and So to hear Kraft try to reach out for Kaepernick is not something that's like, oh, that, wow, Kraft, you doing that. Also, the NBA is also chiming in on the Kaepernick situation. David Stern, he said if Kaepernick was playing in the NBA, Kaepernick would have been, he would have still been able to play because the NBA is all about letting people be people opposed to being part of just one group. So again, not to get into the political end of it because that's not what we do here on the No Hype Zone. We're not trying to go political back and forth. We're just trying to kind of explain, hey, we got a football player that decided that he didn't want to take a $20 million contract in the Alliance League and, how it could benefit him or how it won't benefit him. So.
Well, that's a great segue into the NBA. One more thing about the NFL real quick. Combines in a few weeks. I can't wait to watch that. That's always fun. Yeah. So, you ready for that?
Yeah.
Okay, NBA. Where do you want to start? You want to start right off the bat with Westbrook or what?
AD?
You want to start? Because I know we got a lot of people here that want to talk about it.
No, we go AD.
Okay, all right.
Show Westbrook. We can go Westbrook because Pippen said that he has that gene. George, you remember that gene? You know that gene. Like when I come into the shop and y'all ready to talk trash to me, that I don't give a. That gene. You know about that gene. All right, so but yeah.
Well, Anthony Davis. Well, he just got hurt yesterday. He had a contusion, or 2 days ago.
Yeah.
And they played against Oklahoma City. Who won that game? Pelicans won that game.
Yeah.
But that's okay. You guys are still in third place. Still in third place. Okay. So okay.
Still in third place.
It's okay.
All these little catchwords. You lost. Still in third place. I'm keeping it cool. We'll slide.
And I did tell Lance. I did see him at work on Thursday or Friday. I said, hey, you know what? I'm going to stop talking trash about Westbrook. I got to start talking the positive side about this. I came to an epiphany, so I'm going to try to stay positive despite how I feel and how he plays.
Right now.
Okay, that's all right. So, we're going to talk again. Of course, man. Of course. So, Anthony Davis, it's just been even the head coach for the Pelicans, Gentry.
Yes.
He got interviewed and he was like, Go ahead.
Nice
haircut. Good haircut. Look at this haircut.
Firm barbershop. Look at these fresh haircuts. Kids, adults, everybody come in and get your haircut from the firm.
Even Alvin Gentry said that this whole situation was a dumpster fire. So now Dell Demps, as we just found, has been fired. Hey guys, how you doing? We're done. Dell Demps is now fired. They're trying to hire who knows who. I think that Danny Ferry might be their interim GM.
Right.
So we'll see how they handle that. Anthony Davis cannot get traded till now the off season. He has 4 teams on his docket. I think it's the Lakers, Milwaukee, the Knicks, and now the Celtics. Who knows where he's going to go? I can't spec. I mean, I could say, hey, he's going to go to Indiana. I could say whatever. But we shall see. He's going to be a very highly coveted, if not the most coveted free agent. They only have him for a year, though, right? It's like a rental plan for a year.
That's the thing.
Okay.
Right now with the situation, especially with him walking out the other day with the shoulder injury.
Yeah, walked out of the stadium. Yeah. Walked out.
Well, see, and what they're saying is, okay, the Pelicans got the Lakers back. They made them expose all their draft picks out, so they brought controversy to the team, made the team sit around there, people looking, behind it. Looking around like, is LeBron going to trade me now? Or does LeBron want to play with me? Or does LeBron, does he like me? Yeah. So you got Kuzma playing like a crazy man left and right.
He did win the MVP yesterday.
The Rising Stars. He killed it. But AD was like, okay, I'm going to play. Now the Pelicans is like, no, we're not going to play you because we want to go after a draft pick. But really, it's spoiled grapes because everybody knows this is like a bad situation. Gentry is like mad. Gentry is upset that he came there from Golden State. He hyped up Anthony Davis is going to be the man. And now all of a sudden this dude want to leave. So I'm not going to play. So now all of a sudden Davis is saying to himself, okay. He's saying, okay, you're gonna play me in the first half, now play me in the second half. You're gonna just try to sit me down like I'm some Rudy Poo.
Right. Yeah.
So now I'm gonna get hurt. So what does that do? Now you hold me back so that I can be traded for what's going to be better for the team. You can get all these draft picks from Boston. But if I'm hurt, What's gonna make Boston give up all these draft picks? What's gonna make all these teams give up all? So in other words, my value is just went down. And you almost gonna get to the point where you have to trade me to the Lakers to be able to get anything for me, because if I gotta sabotage myself, I'm gonna do it because I want to go to LA. I don't know.
But didn't he create this all himself by saying he wanted to get traded? Why can't he just keep his mouth shut till the end of the season, play his contract out? You know, why do you have to create this firestorm, basically? I don't understand this.
You know, it's a new age NBA, man.
Yeah.
You know, even though he stated, yeah, I want to go to LA, and New Orleans played the little game they did with the Lakers, and they ended up backfiring on them. Like Lance said, you know, like we don't want to play you, but the NBA said, you know what, we're going to fine you if you don't play us. So, okay, we're going to play you, but we're not going to play you in the fourth quarter. Okay, so now we're still playing a game. So now he gets hurt. He just like, I'm fed up with it. Everybody's frustrated. Like you said, Alvin Gentry's frustrated. AD's frustrated. It's making the NBA look kind of bad right now. All they had to do was make the deal. You know what I mean? Now they're going to wait until the end of the season. You may not get that offer that you were going to get right now.
Yeah.
So whoever gets him, he's going to have him for a year. And if he want to go to LA that bad, I really hope he does. He's going to go to LA. So
Why do you want him to go to LA?
with my boy LeBron.
Ah, my boy LeBron. Okay, all right. That'd be kind of crazy.
Yeah.
LeBron and Anthony Davis and who
Yeah.
else? They need a shooter.
Yeah.
I don't know who else they can get.
They can keep Kuzma.
Kuzma. Okay.
They should be able to keep Kuzma.
Okay.
Santana probably like this article, like this too, right, Santana? You want him at AD in LA, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why not the Clippers? If he wants to go to LA, why does he have to go to the Lakers?
Clippers in San Diego. They need to go to Seattle.
You guys hear that?
Clippers need to go to Seattle, man.
Someone's got to go to Seattle.
Right.
Seattle's been clamoring for a team for how long now? A couple years now.
Clippers are the White Sox.
Yeah.
They're the Chicago White Sox to LA. I mean, it's just,
True.
Right.
it's just the
They're-
California
they're the
Angels
Jets of,
the Jets
Yeah.
of New York.
Yeah.
They're that second team that just the Clippers. No matter, and you got the logo over there again,
Yeah.
doing marvelous
Yeah,
work,
yeah.
like he did with the Lakers, like he did with Golden State,
yeah.
Yep.
like he does. He's the perfect architect. But it's something about the Clippers. Even when Lob City was there, it still didn't have that mystique that the Lakers had.
Yeah.
And the Lakers could be a terrible team, a terrible coach, but something about that purple and gold is, you know.
Yep, legendary franchise.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Westbrook. Want to talk Westbrook?
Yes, sir. Let's talk.
I'm going to let Lance take the reins on this one, because that's his boy. So go ahead.
I'm just,
Third place, or in third place, by the
Why
way.
y'all keep bringing that up?
Which is
Okay.
good, it's good. They're
Right,
they got it right
okay.
down there in third place, which is really
And
good.
he's playing
That
the way
is really good.
and he's playing the way everybody's complaining about him, saying that he doesn't pass the ball, lead the league in assists. He's diving, falling on the ground left and right. He's making sure. He even said it. He challenges PG before every game to tell him to bring out his best. He said, my job is to make sure that PG is going to be the MVP of this league.
I think Paul George could be the MVP. You
Could
over
be.
Westbrook,
He's
you over,
the best.
over these triple doubles that
Yeah.
he gets all the time. You know, his 11th triple double I think he got the other
Yeah.
night. Okay.
Which is terrible that people are hating on the triple double. I mean, it's like I said, people can say you stat pattern. People can say that he's going out there stealing rebounds. If he's stealing the rebound from his teammate, then that means that teammate just wasn't fast enough to get the rebound. That means the opponent can get the rebound. If I'm going to sit out here and pull a Babe Ruth and call out my shot and tell you I'm going to get a triple double and I go out there and do it, that means I'm playing this game like a video game. I'm hitting A for a rebound, B for an assist, and C for a shot. I'm killing it. And you got a problem with me going out there deciding to be in every detail of this game. I'm gonna get on the ground. I'm gonna steal. I'm gonna do everything possible. Yeah, my shot is not on. I'm talking like I'm Westbrook.
Right.
Sometimes I believe I can fly. But it's the thing that how could you hate a man for going out there giving you 150%? I know he needs to bring it down some, but yet and still, how many? We just got to talking about players like Antonio Brown and all these other guys. You got guys sitting out throughout the season. Westbrook will play. He came back from his injury early. I mean,
Agreed.
crazy.
But at the end of the season, it's a long 82-game season. Is he can have enough juice in the playoffs? He didn't last year. Remember even the commentators were like he's running out of juice. How many playoff wins did they have last year? 2.
Okay.
The year before that was 1.
Yes.
Go ahead,
I wanna
please,
speak on that,
please.
He would have enough juice. I like what Westbrook is doing more than I like what Harden is doing.
Thank you.
Harden
I'll
is
agree with that.
Not really including his teammates. He's out here making sure he gets his 30 points.
Even in the fourth quarter when they're losing,
Yeah,
they'll put him
it's all
back
about
out there to
him
get a
getting his 30
meaningless
points.
3 to get his 30 points, and then
But it's a difference between Westbrook last year and Westbrook this year. This year, Westbrook is saying, PG, you take the reins.
Yep.
You know what I mean? I'll come in spot. I'm going to get the rebounds. I'm going to dish out
look
the
at his haircut.
assists.
Look at his haircut.
Warren Barbershop.
I'm going to dish out the assists.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? We're going to do this thing together. PG is really running the team, and Westbrook is letting him, because he knows in order for this thing to work, he has to let Paul George take his shots, take control, and then save himself, so to speak, for the playoffs. He's not going to run himself ragged.
And I'm going to continue on that. Like the last couple of weeks, Westbrook has actually passed the ball a little bit more to Paul George because Westbrook is not that good of a shooter. Even from the free throw line, his free throws are down.
Yeah.
So give it to your shooter. So I'll give Westbrook props for doing that and having that much self-awareness to do that. You know, so
The team is gelling together. We got a good system working right now.
He said we.
I know, I speak French. But, you know, we got a lot of good things rolling right now in OKC. I was just talking to my brother-in-law and telling him the team is playing better than ever, especially with the pickup of Markieff Morris.
Yeah.
We just got Markieff Morris. So you got Markieff Morris and Russell Westbrook on the same team. Anybody knows something about them Morris boys? They like a street game. And so you got Russell and Markieff. So now we got bully ball at its finest going on. You got smooth PG going. We got Adams playing like, you know, Aquaman.
He does look like Aquaman.
He's the beast.
Doesn't he?
I got Jumanji jumps going out of Jelani Grant.
Okay.
I got my man Norris Noel. I got
Nerlens,
Schroeder
yeah.
coming off the bench,
Yeah.
killing it left and right. I got I got a team. I got a team, and I know that nobody don't want to say Golden State can be beat because they really
They can be beat. Anybody
But-
can be beat, man.
Oh, but
Yeah.
you let Russell has a personal vendetta against Golden State. So
Why?
You know why?
But wait, remember the video you showed me this morning?
Yeah.
He's like, I love KD.
Right.
They're boys.
Right. So I showed him the video of Kevin Hart and Russell Westbrook.
It was
and
funny.
Cold as balls. I think that was a funny. That was hilarious. But yeah, he's cool with KD right now. He says the media, but he wants to prove, just like in the Anthony Davis situation. KD leaving OKC is like Anthony Davis saying, I can't win with this team. Well, KD said the same thing. The problem is they got to the Western Conference Finals, and he shouldn't have went over to Golden State. Although I've said that he looks good playing with Steph and playing with Clay, because you got some of the best. You have some of the best shooters in the league.
They made a finals.
They made a finals against
Yeah.
Miami.
Yeah, that was
That's what-
2012.
and then you made it back
Yeah.
to the Western Conference Championships and lost to Golden State. So
Yeah.
the team was there.
Yeah, I
You
say
had
the
to.
same thing. I say the same exact thing. That's why I'm not gonna get my feelings about that. But you know, KD leaving, it just stopped. But I would like to see them win with PG, especially PG is so smooth right now. His game is so
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah.
It is.
And you know what? Not to just stay on OKC, the game itself is just with this being the All-Star weekend and everything going on. I'm excited about the slam dunk contest. Tonight you got Diablo from OKC dunking.
Right.
You got Collins from the Hawks playing. You got that boy Bridges from Charlotte who jumps out of the gym. And then there was one more. I'm leaving off one more. It's 3. You know what I'm talking about?
You got the guy from the Atlanta Hawks.
No, I got the guy from
him.
Atlanta. Let's see. Take it to the tablet.
Hold on, we'll look this up real quick.
Let's take it to the tablet.
We got a 3-point contest going on. We got
So,
Steph
and
and
we-
Seth Curry.
Oh,
in
you
there.
got crazy Dennis
Yeah.
Smith.
Dennis Smith.
Okay.
Woo! Dennis Smith is ridiculous when he dunks. Who you like out of those 4?
It's only 4
You know-
guys this year?
Yeah.
4? Okay.
And I'm kind of, I'm stuck back in the 80s, man, when the slam dunk contest was a really competition. You know what I'm saying? When MJ and Dominique was going at it.
Yeah.
So for me, the only person I can see that give me a little spark like that, I would go with Dennis Smith.
Yeah.
What was your favorite slam dunk contest of all
Top
time?
five. Got to name top five.
You want to go top 5 with that?
Yeah, of course you got to go top five.
I'm going to go top 5 slam dunk dunks. Want to do that?
I
dunks.
I can't remember the dunks, but I can
Okay.
remember
I'll give you two
Or
of them.
the plays?
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
My first one would be MJ Kiss the Rim.
beautiful. My favorite all time.
Hey, Kiss the Rim, man. Hey, coming in from the side.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
pretty. That's pretty.
Yeah. Shirt. That's an old school. That's Jordan with hair.
Yeah.
It's a free throw line, ain't it?
This is one my auntie had a magazine, like a Chicago local magazine.
Yeah.
And I remember him taking this picture for that magazine. This is when he was
That's
like
cool.
in his third. He was actually injured during this year when he took this picture.
That's when he broke his foot.
broke his foot.
Yeah.
And you see the Jordans on here. They the clean all white Jordans. Yeah, I got history behind this shit.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
so you said Kiss the Rim.
Yeah. I like my man Dominique,
Of course.
Yeah.
two-hand hammer.
Of course.
You know what I mean? I had to go with my short guy, Spud
Spud,
Webb.
yeah.
There's something about a 5'7" guy jumping so
Yeah.
far off the ground.
Yeah.
You know that it's so beautiful. Kind of opposite when Dwight Howard did it. What is he? 7 foot tall.
Yeah.
And he still didn't dunk the ball.
Right.
It wasn't a dunk. You're right.
He
It
threw
was
the
right.
ball
It was
in.
a lark. Yeah.
He threw the ball in.
Yeah. For sure.
Vince Carter.
Of course.
Yes.
Elbow in the jump.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
And I gotta get my man Dr. J.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
You got because
Okay,
I got
all
some
right.
lightning. You know
Yeah, you
me,
do.
So.
Well, of course, Jordan, the free throw line is probably one of my favorites. I think any one of Vince Carter's dunks when he was like, "It's over."
Right.
On that one is good. It's good memory. And then I feel like the dunk contest took a crap after that for a little while, like in the mid 2000s. I remember they were talking about like taking the dunk contest out, but I'm kind of glad they left it in. Or no, they did take it out for a couple years, right?
No, they kept it in.
No, they never
It
did.
just
They just kept revising it.
But
Okay.
I'm waiting to tell you about my guys. Go ahead.
Okay. I'm an old school guy too. The Dominique ones were always good. I mean, Spud Webb's, like I said earlier, something about we have a guy who's so tiny, but when he jumps makes it look so effortless.
Right.
And so much height. You know, he's got to jump 47 inches off the ground to get the dunks. What else we got? Remember Brent Berry?
Mm-hmm.
Brent Berry's in a slam dunk contest once. That was pretty memorable. And then we got D Brown with the
Okay.
this,
Yeah.
and then he was pumping his shoes up.
Yeah.
That was cool. Harold Miner, that was a good dunk contest. Baby Jordan, yep. I think that's all I got.
Okay,
So
so
you're
here we
about to
go.
go on. You
Line
can't
it up,
wait. You
line it
can't
up.
wait. You
All
can't
right,
wait.
so dunk contest. Jordan and Dominique, 88 Chicago Stadium. I lived in LA during that time. I was really upset that I couldn't watch the contest because that was, everybody talked about that was like the greatest dunk contest ever. I watched it on replay 1,000,001 times. I think every dunk in that contest, kissed the rim, the free throw line, the windmill from Dominique. Every dunk that when they was dropping those haymaker 50s, every
Right.
dunk was off the chain. It was like
Yeah.
watching heavyweight boxers go at it.
Yeah.
Dominique would come boom, and then Jordan would come boom. It was beautiful. Woo! That was so cool. Then after that, I like, of course, the D Brown pumping up the Reeboks. I thought that was cool. But when Larry Johnson got into there, Larry Johnson reminds you of, to me, he reminds me of Zion Williamson.
Okay.
With that, he's agile, but he was a big dude. With a jump shot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Doesn't
Right.
matter just yet. Yeah.
Love it. Kenny Skywalker. When Kenny
Okay.
Skywalker got in there, woo, that was some pretty stuff. And he had them Converses on. You know, I always remember the gym shoes.
Yeah.
Larry Johnson had the Converses on too. Then Aaron Gordon and Zach LaVine.
I remember
Man,
that. Go underneath
yeah,
this.
man.
underneath
Yeah, that was a
right
good
there.
one.
Man, they
Yeah.
made me last year. I was so upset when Zach LaVine couldn't be in the dunk contest last year because the show that they put on the previous year, it reminded me of Jordan and Dominique. And I became a
good.
Zach LaVine fan from watching the slam dunk contest. To see this boy fly, he reminded me of Jordan, and Aaron Gordon reminded me of Dominique Wilkins. But you know, that's just my top 5 right there. It was some other things that was good. Isaiah Rodgers, like you said, he was in there. He put on the show. You had I'm not gonna lie. Spud was cool, but you
Yeah.
know, he was just a short guy jumping to me. I like the more the creativity and
Sure.
the you know, show me some Jordanness, show me some Kobe, show me some of that ferocious, show me a Westbrook killer like I just hate the rim type dunk. Then you get me standing up like, oh my goodness. You know. But what's your top 5, Santana? Slam dunks.
Just give us two. Give us two.
You know what? I didn't even watch it, to be honest with y'all.
You don't watch it?
Slam dunk.
You don't watch Santana? Thank you for that marvelous insight, Santana. You know. Thank you, man.
Yeah. We also have top 5 Jordan moments because the All-Star game is in Charlotte this weekend.
Okay.
So I'm sure you could probably come up with some off the cuff. You know,
Man,
top 5 Jordan. If you want
Because
to
he from
wait for a
Illinois.
second,
He got 10
you know, we'll give you ours. My top 5 free throw dunk. I think Pippen shot a free throw. It went off the back iron and Jordan came in. Everyone just kind of stood there and pop.
Yep.
Tomahawk that one in there.
Remember that one.
I remember one early 90s, I believe, he had a layup where 3 Cleveland Cavaliers went up. He went up, but then he went underneath all 3 of them and laid it up in. That was
I'm
that
so
was
proud
pretty.
of you.
I'm
So you've been doing your research. I'm so
right.
proud.
Come on, man.
This
That's not
Buffalo
research.
kid in here.
That's not research. If as a kid, like you remember that, like, oh my God, I want to do that on the playground myself.
Right.
You know, we told Dikembe Mutombo, welcome to the NBA after he shot the free throw with his eyes closed. That was pretty cool. Actually, this is a strange one for me. He missed a game winner against the Lakers in game 1. The ball rattled in and out, where they lost the first game, where they ended up winning 4-1.
Okay.
But can you imagine what that did to Jordan when he missed? He's probably he's probably so mad that he came back and just dominated the series after that. Another one was when he shook 2 defenders on a spin move on the baseline against the Knicks, and then he goes up and dunks
All
over
time.
Ewing.
All
That was
time.
pretty cool. And this is the 6th one. He's got 2 commercials that give me goosebumps every single look. I have goosebumps right now just thinking about it. Where he has, they're both 30-second long commercials where he's talking about, says, I've lost over 300 games in my career. 26 times been trusted to take the game-winning shot and missed. I failed over and over and over again, but that is why I succeed. I think that kids need to hear that. You have to fail.
Yes.
You have to feel that defeat in order to come back and bounce back to make yourself better. So, watch that commercial. It's really cool.
That's
Okay, go ahead.
That was some cool stuff. I'm proud of you. I brought 10 in my eye. I started thinking about the Jordan commercials too. Fred.
You know, I'm totally unprepared for this, but
That's okay.
I got a couple in mind. The one is Boston playoffs. He hit 63 against Larry Bird.
Yep.
That right there shows you this guy's a competitor. He's in it to win it. They didn't win that playoff series, but I think it was a coming out party for MJ at that particular time. The second one is the infamous layup against the Lakers. He came down the line. Everybody thought he was
Sam
dunking
Perkins.
it. He thought he was dunking it. He came switch hands with the scoop.
Yeah.
Beautiful. That was beautiful.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Another one, as Lance mentioned it earlier, MJ playing the flu game.
Yep.
Would have never known he was sick. Would have never known he was sick, but he out there played until he could give no more. I can still see the image of Pippen carrying him off the court, going to the bench on a timeout.
Yep.
And then I guess my last one at this particular time would be, I think, was it against Portland? Jordan, 6 3-pointers.
6-3 when he did
Oh,
like
right,
that.
He come out of the court like this.
Yeah.
What do you expect me to do?
Right,
They went
right,
in.
right.
You know.
That's what
Hey.
my buddy said house for that game. I know
Yes.
all about that, man. Man, well, my favorite is every dunk in the '88 dunk contest by Michael Jordan.
Every time.
My second one, growing up in Chicago, Fred can say this too. You know, the Bulls came on channel 32 or WFLD.
Right.
You had Jim Durham and Johnny Red Kerr.
yeah.
And, you know, the way that he screamed, he always called Jordan Superman. And you read the Sun Times so that you can get every news clipping of Jordan. So little games like when Jordan scored 69 versus Cleveland it's on a midweek day, and I remember finishing up my homework so I could catch the game. He just tortured those boys. He loved torturing Cleveland. I ain't saying nothing because I know that you like the Ohio State people, but you know it was just something about.
But I'm not a Cavs fan.
I know you're not, but I'm just saying he tortured those guys. Jordan winning game championship number 5 when he broke down. No, championship number 4 when he broke down and started crying. because his father, that was the first championship he won without his father. That's when he came
That was
back.
on Father's Day,
And when after he beat Seattle, I know George ain't in here, but after they beat Seattle, he ran into he wouldn't let anybody steal the ball from him.
Right.
I think it was BJ or Craig or one of those guys was trying to take the ball from him, and he just kept like no, and he just left the whole
Craig
scene.
Hodges?
Craig
Hodges?
It might not have been Craig.
okay.
It could have been Pete Myers for all I know, because it was one of those guys. It was the second 3 championship.
Oh, okay.
But
okay.
he literally, instead of them giving up the game ball, he ran into the locker room, fell on the ground, and just cried
Lost
like a
it, yeah.
baby. And I know that because I got a really close relationship with my dad, and my father
Yeah.
passed 2 years ago, and I can imagine me not doing something that epic and my dad not there. You know, hell, I cried on the plane coming from Tulsa to here, not knowing he wasn't for Christmas. Imagine if I won a championship. So that was a good moment. Another Jordan moment of mine was when he mixed up Byron Russell, mixed show, put him in a DJ Kid Capri motion, mixed him up, broke his ankle, pulled up for the jump shot, which was beautiful. And then after that, of course, what you just said. That move, me and my buddy Sid talk about that all the time, and my buddy Dave, when he stole when he was going one way, he switched going back the other way.
And then
I
he
think
came
on
back.
spot on start came up. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That Jordan, you can't give him a top 5 because like Fred was saying and like you were saying, the commercials.
So, hey,
Yeah.
To this day, you know, I still love the Spike Lee. Do you know?
Right,
Mars Blackman
right,
commercials.
yeah.
I love them
Yeah.
and because to me, that was just next level. Even the band commercials. I live for the All-Star game, All-Star weekend, just so I can see the brand new Jordan commercial.
Right.
Because Jordan always did this. And a fun fact, if you're a Jordan fan, you get Jordans. Jordan will always have the white version of his shoes previous to the All-Star game, and then during the All-Star game, he would release the black version of whatever Jordan series was out. So then you would get a chance to say, oh, look at the black versions of whatever, Air Jordan 3s and Air Jordan 4s or the Bunny Rabbit Jordans or whatever it was. So I live for All-Star just so I can see the commercials of Jordan. Yeah,
Right on.
so my breakdown of Jordan.
There you go. Well, there's the NBA for you.
Yes, sir.
You guys want to talk any more? NBA, I think that's all we got.
Yeah, it's All-Star
Watch Damian Lillard, too. Oh, yeah, we got to talk about players that no one knows about. Damian Lillard, I watched him play the other night. Holy crap, against, they're playing against
Golden State.
Golden State.
Yeah.
They beat Golden State.
Yes.
It was on
Yes.
TV. Why don't we talk about Damian Lillard? All we talk about is LeBron and Westbrook and Anthony Davis. Lillard, holy crap.
Yeah.
He was
Good
fun to
player.
watch.
Always been good. Always been consistent point guard. Great scorer. I like Damian Lillard.
Yeah.
Damian Lillard, we'll see you in LA too.
Damian Lillard's a monster.
He's great.
Who do you got?
Well,
Someone who no one really has been talking about. I think we talked about Joker the last couple weeks.
Joker,
Yeah.
from Denver. I love his game.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of playground in him. You know, for him to be, I think he's Serbian. He's from overseas,
Right.
and you know, he just plays with so much fire, so much passion. And he has he does a lot of that Larry Bird stuff, throwing like baseball passes down the field, and you know his vertical jump is limited, but he plays so hard. He reminds you a lot of Marc Gasol, the way
Yeah.
Marc Gasol came into the league and
He's
played
on Toronto now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and Denver and Orlando has another boy that plays for them too, Vujicic or something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
The center, he's
Yeah.
a beast
Okay.
too. You know, so
Yeah, my other guy, man, is like, you guys know who he is, but he's been kind of off the radar for the last few years, and I'm really happy to see this guy bring his game back up, man. It's your boy D Rose.
oh yeah.
Oh,
I
been
keep watching
Minnesota.
that guy play, man.
Yeah.
When Cleveland signed him, I was hoping that, you know, he would get back to himself then. It didn't work out. Last year in Minnesota, he started getting a little bit. This year, he's just like, look like the old D Rose. He don't jump and dunk as much as he did before.
can't.
But
Yeah.
his jump shot, his moves, his defense, his explosion to the basket, is back, man.
Yeah.
It's good to
Yeah,
see
he's
D Rose
back.
back on top.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I totally agree. He's definitely playing on the next level. I don't think we talk about Clay enough. Clay is a
Yeah.
beast. I mean, you know, I know that he's always being overshadowed by Steph, but Clay is like, you know, you can build a team around Clay.
Of course you
Because
can,
He's
yes.
a two-way player.
Yep.
You know, so,
Big time.
you know, this is my call.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, as we're running out of time here, real quick, baseball update. I read an article this morning that Bryce Harper has made a decision, but they didn't say. They didn't say anything just
Typical
yet.
baseball.
Right.
Yes. So we're here in Arizona. We have spring training. We have
Cactus League.
16 of the teams, I believe,
Yep.
down here. The position players report this weekend. I'm actually planning on going to watch a practice tomorrow with my friend. Those are always fun to watch. But we actually want to do a show at one of the spring training games, or maybe even a practice itself, which would be kind of fun to do. So Harper Machado, come on guys, good sign. And real quick about baseball. So we train a sports agent or a baseball agent at our studio.
Okay.
And he was saying, he's like, hey, watch out because the players are getting mad because they're not distributing the revenue correctly. So watch out for a strike.
Right.
I heard on the radio yesterday, Adam Wainwright from the St. Louis Cardinals was like, watch out for a strike.
Right.
So
Watch
baseball, get yourselves together. Owners, get yourselves
They
together.
can't afford to do a strike right
They
now.
cannot.
They
They
cannot.
They don't wanna pay the
Absolutely not.
players.
No,
don't want to pay them.
The
They don't
free
want to
agency
pay
right
them.
now is a big deal. Harper hasn't signed, Machado hasn't signed, and they're not offering up the money that other players were getting. So I can see it coming.
Yeah.
It's coming.
My thing though in baseball, they sign the players to those big contracts too late in their careers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
I understand there's got to be some type of happy medium between baseball because you get a guy. You look at A-Rod's contract. You look at some of those other
My
guys.
boy Pujols.
Pujols who
Pujols,
signed a 10-year
St.
deal.
Louis,
at
like,
the end of his
we
career,
ain't
yeah.
giving you that money,
You know,
Pujols.
and then you
Yeah.
gonna sit here and
Yeah.
you just a feel good. This is
Yeah.
a feel good contract. It's
Yeah.
not like you producing. So baseball got to get that together. It's got to be something where when you sign that rookie signature or that rookie contract is limited maybe only for a year or two, or it has to be incentive laden where you produce a certain amount of home runs, you make it to the All-Star game, you win us a championship, you do something, leads the league in steals or something where we juice up that contract, not try to pay you for what you've done in the past, and now all of a sudden fans hate the fact that we signed you and you can't produce like you would produce. Like and perfect example is Pujols.
Right.
Pujols was a monster for St. Louis. But my father being a Cub fan, we couldn't stand Pujols.
Yeah.
But you go to the Angel and he's Pujols. He wasn't Pujols. You know?
Same thing with Robinson Cano. The Mariners signed him to a long-term deal, and 5 minutes in the contract, they're like, "Oh man, like we made a bad decision."
Yeah.
Because he got popped for PEDs a year or two ago, and they got to pay him. All these contracts are guaranteed.
Right.
So you get rid of him. 3 years into his 8-year contract, you got to pay the rest of that out. So either you're right, you got to come to a happy medium. Like I know some guys want that 10-year deal, but ball clubs don't want to do that. Teams don't want to do that. So give them 5-6 years or something like that. Right when they're young, not when they're 34 years old. Hey, sign me to a 10-year deal. Bobby Bonilla's still getting paid.
Yeah.
Bobby Bonilla Day in July, I think.
Man, he was
Yeah.
smart. You
Yeah.
can't get mad. You don't
Yeah.
want to pay me now? Like
Yeah.
my brother used to say, you either get them in the wash. If I don't catch you in the wash, I'm going to get you in the rinse. I'm going to get you in either way. I'm going to get you either way. So you didn't want to pay Bonilla back in the day? He said, okay, I'll take this little contract so you can go ahead and re-sign people like Barry Bonds or whoever. That's fine. You can go ahead and do that. Pay me for the rest of my life.
There you go.
Can't get mad at me.
Right.
We'll take it. Yeah.
Take it.
So that's all for the show today.
Okay.
Like we said, baseball's coming up, so we're going to talk a little bit more about baseball in the future once spring training comes around. No more NFL, but I'm sure the offseason is going to have some kind of free agency bonanza going on. And we got the draft coming up at the end of April, so it'll be fun to talk about. We'll see where teams stack there. Maybe we'll give what we think the top 10 picks will be. We could do something fun like that. Everyone's got their mock draft 2.0, 7.0. And maybe we'll give one of those, to the fans. So it'll be kind of fun to play around with. Otherwise, that's all we got. One more time, drop the bottle, raise the bar for Fred. Check him out. What is your Facebook page?
Facebook page, Drop the Bottle, Raise the Bar. You can follow me on Instagram, BigFred91.
Big time. Kids is outstanding. I'm already trying to train Micah. Micah is like ridiculous. Just great father, great family, great husband, great everything. Fred is just next level. I want to thank you for being on the show,
Appreciate
boss.
you.
Man, you're a motivation to me.
Appreciate you, bro.
Inspiration to me. And
Appreciate
anything
you.
else with an
Appreciate
Asian
you.
on it.
Some big hands right there, man.
Yeah, man.
You should see
Big
him lifting
ball.
weights. I try to tell you, lift 500 pounds. The dude is like,
Yeah.
it's Fred. It's like, hello, everybody. It's, what's up, Fred? It's that type of thing. You're a monster. And the nicest person you can ever meet. Very approachable. Kid, you see his Gilbert kids coming around. And when I used to be at the gym next door, he was always, just he's motivated. I think he had a commercial with Calais Campbell
Yes,
one
I did.
time with
We did
Uber.
a,
Oh, sweet, man.
Yeah, did an Uber commercial.
Okay.
They hit me up, said somebody mentioned that you were a football coach or something like that. We want to do a little campaign. We're doing this hometown hero campaign, and we got Calais Campbell and want you to put together a video. I said, okay, so we talked back and forth, and I told him a little bit about my oldest son. He played on Williamsfield High School state championship team. So we kind of mixed that in there. So went to the gym, we met in the gym, and Calais walked up while he was doing the bench press, and it was great, man. He did some one-on-one time with him, talk about some of his favorite pass moves and stuff like that. It was great, man.
He's a big dude.
Yeah.
It
It made me look little, man.
He did. He did. That's the first time I seen Fred look smaller than anybody.
Yeah.
And this dude Calais came out like, my good. He's tall, man.
Yeah.
But he's
Yeah.
nice, another nice guy. Man.
Yeah.
Very nice guy. So.
Yep. Right on. And one more plug to the Firm
Come on, Santana,
Barbershop.
get over here, man.
Want to
Get in
say
the shot.
hi or
Come on,
anything like that,
Santana.
man? Okay.
Hi, Santana. This is my barber, y'all.
Yeah.
This is my barber. He gonna talk trash. He gonna
What's
get
up?
under your skin.
Come and get in.
Santana at the firm.
You know it. Williamsfield and Bell Vista. Come
Yes,
check
sir.
us out.
Yes, sir.
There you go.
Yes, sir.
Right on.
We do good work.
All right, guys.
All
Well, we'll
right.
catch you guys next week.
And we got to plug. Shouts out to Chris.
Yes.
Chris, everybody at Alice,
Alice.
Brittany, Travis, Patrick,
Dan, MMA Dan.
C-Train, Sonia,
Sonia.
Brenda. Who else I'm missing? Who we missing?
Jeff, new guy Jeff.
Jeff, my
Right on.
little brother Jeff.
Yeah.
All y'all at Alice, best gym on the planet.
See you guys next time.
All right, thanks.